use while driving is permitted as long as the driver is using a hands-free device. True or false? The answer is true. True. Illinois law requires children under age 8 to be secured by a restraining system or a seatbelt when traveling in a motor vehicle. A. Anywhere in the vehicle. B. In the front seat only. C. In the back seat only. D. This is not a law. The answer is A. A. A parent or legal guardian may request that the driver's license of a minor be canceled at any time. A parent or legal guardian may request that the driver's license of a minor be canceled at any time prior to age 18. True or false? The answer is true. True. When passing another vehicle, a driver should wait until the entire car being passed is visible in the rearview mirror before turning back into the right-hand lane. True or false? The answer is true. True. After making a complete stop and yielding to traffic or pedestrians within the intersection, it is permissible for drivers on a one-way street to turn left at a red light onto another one-way street that moves traffic to the left. True or false? The answer is true. True. How should a driver proceed if within an intersection waiting to make a left-hand turn and the traffic signal light turns red? A. Wait in the intersection until the light turns green. B. Yield to oncoming traffic and complete the turn. C. Make sure it is clear, then back up from the intersection. The answer is B. B. When on a two-lane roadway, drivers must stop their vehicle if approaching a stopped school bus with its red warning lights flashing and stop signal arm extended. True or false? The answer is true. True. When an authorized vehicle using its sirens and flashing light approaches a vehicle, the driver should pull to the right-hand edge of the roadway and wait for the emergency vehicle to pass. True or false? The answer is true. True. Your driving privileges will be suspended if you are convicted of illegally passing a stopped school bus. True or false? The answer is true. True. A driver must pass another vehicle by driving on the shoulder of the road. True or false? True or false? The answer is false. False. It is permissible to make a right turn against a red signal light after stopping and yielding to other vehicles and pedestrians. True or false? The answer is true. True. A driver must give the right or left turn signal when changing lanes. True or false? True or false? The answer is true. True. In urban areas, drivers moving out of an alley, building, private road, or driveway do not need to come to a complete stop before entering the roadway if the roadway is clear of traffic. True or false? The answer is false. False. For what distance should a continuous turn signal be given when making a left or right turn in a business or residential district? A. Not less than 50 feet before turning. B. Not less than 75 feet before turning. Or C. Not less than 100 feet before turning. The answer is C. C. When waiting at an intersection and the traffic signal light turns green, a driver should look at the left and then the right before proceeding into the intersection. True or false? The answer is true. True. What should drivers do when approaching a construction area? A. Increase their speed to get out of the way quickly. B. Slow down, stop all wireless telephone communications, and yield the right of way. Or C. Honk their horn several times to alert the individuals working in the area. B. The answer is B. Drivers are not required to yield to pedestrians in a crosswalk. True or false? The answer is false. False. It is permissible for anyone to wear a headset while driving. True or false? The answer is false. False. Speed should be reduced below the posted speed limit for which of the following reasons? A. Driver is driving in unfavorable weather conditions. B. Driver is approaching and crossing an intersection. Or C. Both the above. The answer is C. C. Slow vehicles should use the right-hand lane except when passing or making a left turn. True or false? The answer is true. True. When must a driver slow down for a school zone? A. On school days between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. when children are present and signs are posted. B. On weekends. C. Only during recess. The answer is A. A. When parked, drivers may open car doors on the side on which traffic is moving only when it can be done safely and without interfering with traffic. True or false? The answer is true. True. It is permissible to pass on a two-lane, two-way roadway within 100 feet of an intersection or a railroad crossing. True or false? The answer is false. False. Only vehicles displaying special plates or parking place cards for persons with disabilities may park in spaces reserved for them by an official Parking for Persons with Disabilities sign. True or false? The answer is true. True. Unless authorized to do so, drivers may not break into the line of a funeral procession. True or false? The answer is true. True. When a motorist is turning right and a bicyclist is approaching on the right, the motorist must allow the bicyclist to go through the intersection first before making the turn. True or false? The answer is true. True. A driver does not need to allow as much distance when following a motorcycle as when following a car. True or false? The answer is false. False. Motorcyclists are entitled to use the full width of a traffic lane. Therefore, a driver must pass a motorcyclist the same way as passing another vehicle. True or false? The answer is true. When following a vehicle at night, it is important to dim your high beams. True or false? True. True. When approaching a disabled pedestrian using a guide dog, white cane, or other assistive device, a driver must yield the right of way. True or false? The answer is true. True. If arrested with a blood alcohol concentration above 0.08% or more, an individual's driving privileges will be suspended for at least 6 months. True or false? The answer is true. True. Alcohol is the single greatest factor in fatal motor vehicle crashes. True or false? The answer is true. True. What is the only effective way to remove alcohol from the body? A. Strong coffee. B. Time. C. Cold shower. The answer is B. B. If a driver is arrested for a DUI and refuses to submit to testing, driving privileges will be suspended for 12 months. True or false? The answer is true. True. A driver whose license has been revoked as a result of a DUI must meet several requirements, including an evaluation for alcohol and drug problems and paying a reinstatement fee to regain his or her license. True or false? The answer is true. True. It is illegal for persons under age 21 to drive with any trace of alcohol or drugs in their system. True or false? The answer is true. True. Regardless of fault, a crash report must be filed by the driver of a vehicle if the crash involves death, bodily injury, or property damage of more than $1,500, or more than $500 if a vehicle is uninsured. True or false? The answer is true. True. Before a driver can regain driving privileges after losing them for failure to pay for damage caused by a crash, the driver must file proof of financial responsibility with the Secretary of State's office. True or false? The answer is true. True. If you are involved in a traffic crash, you should stop your vehicle in a safe, well-lighted public place that does not obstruct traffic, if able to do so. True or false? True. The answer is true. Driving privileges may be revoked for giving false information to the Secretary of State's office. True or false? The answer is true. True. What should a driver do when approaching a traffic control signal that is not in operation? A. Come to a full stop and yield the right-of-way before entering the intersection. B. If the intersection is clear, the driver does not need to stop. C. Drive quickly through the intersection to get out of the way of other vehicles. The answer is A. A. If a traffic light shows both a red light and a green arrow at the same time, a driver may not turn in the direction of the arrow until the red light has changed. True or false? The answer is false. False. Drivers may pass on a two-lane roadway marked with a single solid yellow line on their side of the center line. True or false? The answer is false. False. A railroad crossing sign should be treated the same as a yield sign. True or false? True. The answer is true. All vehicles are required to stop within how many feet of the nearest rail of a railroad crossing when a train is approaching? A. Between 15 and 50 feet. B. Between 5 and 10 feet. C. 10 feet. The answer is A. A. When approaching a railroad crossing that has no warning signals, such as an electric flashing lights or gates, a driver should look, listen, and slow down. True or false? The answer is true. True. After a train clears a crossing that has flashing signals, Drivers may proceed after checking for a second train on another track and the lights have stopped flashing. True or false? The answer is true. True. If moving with a stream of vehicles across a railroad track, it is safe to stop on the track for a short period of time. True or false? False. The answer is false. The road surface of a bridge may be dangerous in winter due to becoming icy, while the rest of the roadway remains clear. True or false? The answer is true. True. When driving in fog, a driver should turn on the high beam headlights to increase the field of vision. True or false? The answer is false. Most rear-end collisions are caused by the vehicle in the back following too closely. True or false? The answer is true. True. The 3-second rule helps the driver determine a safe following distance. True or false? The answer is true. If a vehicle starts to skid on water, hydroplane, the driver should quickly apply the brakes. True or false? False. False. If the front right wheel of a vehicle runs off the pavement, a driver should ease off the accelerator, allow the vehicle to slow down, and gently steer back onto the pavement. True or false? The answer is true. True. Drivers who become stranded in blizzard conditions should remain in their vehicles. True or false? True. The answer is true. When experiencing a tire blowout, the driver should immediately apply the brakes and quickly pull off the side of the road. True or false? The answer is false. False. If a vehicle starts to skid, the driver should apply the brakes and steer in the opposite direction of the skid. True or false? The answer is false. False. Illinois law requires that headlights be on when atmospheric conditions require the use of windshield wipers. True or false? True. The answer is true. After being pulled over by law enforcement, a driver should immediately exit the vehicle and quickly approach the officer's squad car. True or false? The answer is false. False. How many feet is a driver required to dim the high beams before meeting another vehicle? A. 250 feet. B. 400 feet. C. 500 feet. The answer is C.
50 feet. B. 400 feet. C. 500 feet. The answer is C. C. Tail lights are not required to be illuminated after dark. True or false? The answer is false. False. Your car horn must have a horn that can be heard from a distance of 200 feet. True or false? The answer is true. True.